Well, Wendy's will have to pay $400,000 to the state for violating child labor laws.
Alabama Hyundai supplier is accused of using illegal child labor, according to a report today by Reuters. The report accuses the plant of using Guatemalan migrant children ages 12 to 15 to make parts for Hyundai.
Back in March, the state treasurer's office pulled Walmart, PepsiCo, and Amazon from its investment portfolio after a New York Times article reported the companies may have profited from illegal child labor.
New information, the Kroger store on Goodman Road in South Haven, Mississippi, paying a fine of more than $13,000 for violating federal child labor laws.
The Department of Labor is investigating the popular meal kit service company HelloFresh. This is all over allegations that migrant children are working at its cooking and packing facility in Illinois. At least 6 teenagers with ties to Guatemala were found working night shifts at the plant.
Ebers calls the largest determination of child labor and wage payment violations in modern Wisconsin history. The Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development says those violations affect more than 600 kids and were detected across the state.
3 Dunkin' stores in Dauphin and Lebanon counties were fined for child labor violations. The U.S. Labor Department says the stores allowed 14 and 15-year-olds to work outside permissible hours. This affected 39 teens working in Hershey, Hummelstown, and Palmyra.
Several Dairy Queen franchises in Indiana and Michigan violated child labor laws. The U.S. Department of Labor found more than 100 teens ages 14 to 15 working in violation of those laws. 11 franchised locations in Indy, Bluffton, Decatur, Fort Wayne, and in Sturgis, Michigan.
Well, Dave & Buster's of Massachusetts has agreed to pay more than $250,000 to hundreds of its workers for violating meal break and child labor laws. The Attorney General's office says the restaurant and entertainment chain regularly made employees work shifts of more than 6 hours without a break.
Agriculture, out of sight, far from the main roads. Children as young as 5-year-old Suli working in the country's fruit and vegetable fields. We found Suli and her 7- and 8-year-old brothers during an ABC News investigation in the blueberry fields of large commercial farms in Michigan. It's legal for young children to work on the family farm, but this is much different.
Every year there are children who die in agriculture. These kids, they're working with sharp knives, sharp tools, heavy machinery, there are tractor rollovers.
Y'all know they are about to start changing some laws, right? I'm supposing to benefit these major companies. Supposedly, unemployment rates are down. However, there still aren't enough workers. I suppose we should crack down on those abortions before it's 5 years from now and most of our workforce are foreigners, or is it something way deeper than that? Leave your comments below.